what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of...
Yes.
I used to have that.
No, you do it.
No, you do it.
No, you do.
You do it once. You do
I don't even know what to do.
Hello again, everybody.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Melissa.
Nope. Hello again.
Okay. Hello again, everybody. I'm Melissa.
I'm Scott.
And this is RV Rolling with MJ. And where are we today?
What are we reversing roles? We are actually in the magnificent Niagara Falls, Canada.
Yes, and we're staying at the Campark Resorts, which isn't that far from Niagara Falls. You can either drive in and park, you could ride bikes like we did. It took what, like 25 minutes I think it took us, something like that. Or you can take the WeGo bus, and there's a day pass for 24 hours, there's 48 hours, and it goes all, not only from here to Niagara Falls, but also runs all along all the sites with along Niagara Falls. So.
Very, very convenient campsite to the attractions at Niagara Falls, and that's what I call the wow factor, which not only the site, the view, but the locale to a major attraction, and that's what gives this place one of those big pluses. So tell us a little about the campsite.
Well, it's very quiet, which is nice. We're still, I guess, not in that tourist season yet, so it's pretty empty where we are, and it's very pretty where our site is at 263. It has a lot of activities for the kids and adults alike. Well, they have a really nice pool. They have a nice splash pad for the kids. They also have
miniature golf.
Right.
And they have like an escape room, axe throwing place, and there's
laser tag.
So there's a lot of things combined. None of it is open right now. They have
a trampoline for the kids, and I went on it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I would recommend it.
Okay.
So that's good, and it's like broken into 3 different areas. One is, which we're in, seems for the larger rigs, maybe the ones that come in for a day, 2 or 3 a week, whatever, wide open. And then you have probably the sites that people live seasonally, so they're more permanent based. Those seemed a lot tighter, a lot of stuff on each of the properties. And then there's like a camping area, which seems nice.
Tents.
Tents.
Lots of woods.
Lots of wood. So that's nice. So it's a little something for everyone.
So don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like our content, and also share it with others who are thinking about staying in the Niagara Falls area. We really would appreciate all your support. Thank you. So we made it to our campground in Niagara Falls called Campark Resorts, about I think 4.5 miles from Niagara Falls. So we're probably either gonna bike it in, or there is a shuttle that stops right outside the campground. So here's a little view of the campground. We're in site 293. And there's like a hayride coming. They are Good Sam's discounts, so you save like 10% when you book, when you have a Good Sam's card, which I gave them. As you can probably see behind me, we have our bikes getting ready to go into Niagara Falls. We have to wait for a little while, an hour, before we can go, because Scott has work to do, because he is working on this trip. I like this area a lot. It's not crowded. Well, there's nobody here. It's still like June 13th, and it's not very crowded yet. And in Canada as far as RVing. There is a section in here that looks like it's more like 6-month people that live semi-permanent in this area. That area is a little crowded. They have a lot of stuff, but in this area, I like it. This is definitely a good place to come because there's so much here too besides everywhere else. I mean, if you've been to Niagara Falls on the Canada side, you know there's besides the main attractions, there's all the Clifton Hill area where all the crazy rides and stuff, which we'll be checking out either today or tomorrow. So this area here is the area I was talking about, more permanent or semi-permanent. People have sheds and stuff. Some have, like this looks is definitely a permanent home. But this area over here looks like it's for, you know, people who are just temporarily here like us. We have 30 amp. I'm assuming they have 50, but we took 30. Less money. It wasn't that important. It's not that warm. Then we need both ACs running, so it's fine with us. Full hookups. This area definitely, this campground, I'm sure when it's in season, the end of June, July, beginning of July, lots of kids, I'm sure families, definitely has a lot to be offered, a lot of activities. They gave me a map, and on the back of the map it said a diner, and it showed me breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and dessert, ice cream sundaes, s'more sundaes, but it doesn't look like it's open, and I have no idea where it is because Scott and I walked around. I did not see a diner. They have laundry, they have a store, they the tram, not the tram, the bus comes and picks you up if you want. If you don't want to drive into Niagara Falls and pay for parking, you can get a day pass from the office. I think it was called WeGo, and they'll take you right in, but it's only a 25-minute bike ride. There's like a radio station here with a nice playground for the kids. There's a splash pad for the kids, and there's a pool, and I hear it looks like it's open already. This farmhouse has some activities. It has a escape room, you'll see in a second. Looks like another play thing over there for the kids, like a tree house. More picnic tables, like a nice deck possibly to sit on. They also have log cabins that you can stay at. It looks nice. They're not log cabins, but like log cabins. For tents, for 10 people. That's nice. But here it looks like it's a bathhouse and laundry facilities, which I don't think I'll be needing because I already did it at the last place. This one is more traditional. Wow. Why is it letting me go so close? Hope it's not her. Oh my god. Okay.
So in terms of the rating that we give each place, we give a rating from 0 to 10, with 0 being the worst place we've ever been and 10 being the best place we've ever been. Melissa?
Yes, I always have the honors.
You have the honors today.
So I'm going to give it a 7.5. It's a very nice campground. I totally recommend it because, I mean, it's still a very pretty campground. It has all these activities. I wouldn't say it's my favorite out of all the campgrounds that I've been to. So far I've been RVing. I love it, the fact that it's close to the Niagara Falls. And I wish some of the activities were possibly open, but the pool is open, so I guess we could use that if we wanted to. So I'm sure it's a lot different when the season starts with lots of families here. And what about you, Scott?
I'm actually going to give it an 8. The big thing for me is the wow factor, that being the proximity to a major attraction like Niagara Falls. Now, there have been places where there's been a wow factor, whether it's on the ocean or next to a major attraction, and it was the only game in town, so you kind of had to put up with it. Well, this is actually enjoyable. It isn't top of the line in terms of maintenance wise and upkeep and stuff like that, but it's not bad.
And it is pretty.
No, it
is very pretty.
It is
looking
pretty.
here.
I'm not a big fan. I'm learning more and more of the permanent structures, the seasonal people.
Yeah.
There's such a distinguishing, obvious, like, who are the permanent residents and who are the, I guess, transient residents, and it's just very obvious. And sometimes I'll make this generalization. The permanent people tend to, when they have small quarters, small area, they seem to have all their stuff. They seem to bring all their stuff onto their little property, so it looks very crowded.
Yes.
And again, that's not always the case, because some places where there are permanent residents, beautiful, articulate, but I assume that has to do with the rules and regulations. Some places are probably a lot stricter, but when they don't have rules into what your lot can look like, it can kind of get away from you.
Yeah, I totally agree with him.
So with that said, we will see you down the road.